Season 3, No More Nice series. This episode is entitled Niceness Made You and I Discount Our Worth. Discernment helps us remember it. Have you ever noticed how some women, including myself, become experts at negotiating our worth? And we don't even realize it. Over negotiating our value, over explaining why we deserve to lead, over proving our intelligence, over performing for just basic minimal respect, over functioning as the assistant when we've been called to be a CEO. And somewhere along the way, we started believing being needed was the same thing as being valuable. So here's what we did. We gave more, we worked harder, we stayed quieter, we shrunk smaller, smiled bigger, accepted less, tolerated more, not because we lacked greatness, but because niceness conditioned us to discount ourselves before the world even had the chance to. Because a lot of us were taught good women accommodate. Good women don't make people uncomfortable. Good and nice women don't ask for too much. Good and nice women don't take up too much space. Even when our spirit has been screaming, even when our nervous system is exhausted, even when peace was trying to reveal you've outgrown this version of yourself. And maybe that's why discernment can feel uncomfortable at first. Because discernment interrupts survival patterns. It notices what peace has been trying to reveal, what exhaustion has been trying to say, and where self-abandonment has quietly become normal. Because niceness gives everything to everybody, but kindness gives with discerning wisdom. And some of us aren't becoming too much. We're finally remembering our worth without asking permission first. Hey y'all, I'm Madison Samone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan, my best friend, my bestie, for real. I am also a celebrity certified personal trainer, fitness and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host. I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Dallas, built in Los Angeles. I trained at Juilliard in New York City with School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only 3-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs. And the first of the 450 was led by celebrity trainer and the GOAT Gunnar Peterson, who's known for training the Kardashian family. As a celebrity certified personal trainer myself, some of my most notable clients include Robert Pattinson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, Amber Riley of Glee. And as a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Tyler Perry, Tiana Taylor, Keke Palmer, Justin Baldoni, Issa Rae, to name a few. I share my accomplishments not to toot my own horn, but to honor the millions of sacrifices that my mom planted in me so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman and the CEO that I am still becoming. So welcome to Cut to the Chase at 8, aka C2TC8, Her Circle, which stands for High Performing Empowered Women and Men Who Are Ready to Thrive. So whether you're a mother, because high performing has a different definition, or I define it differently. Because to me, a high performing woman is a mother. She is a single mother, a caretaker, an entrepreneur, an aspiring entrepreneur, working a 9-to-5, juggling 2 to 3 jobs, a woman who is rebuilding quietly or simply trying to hold herself together while growing through life in real time. This space, Her Circle, is for you. So if you're listening and or watching, pull up a digital chair, grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea, and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8, a 15-minute micro-learning moment for macro-living transformation. And I am so overjoyed that you are here, because this is where we explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace into this space as we are living in some really interesting times. We chat all about spirit, mind, and body health, because that is ultimately our wealth, in microdoses for macro living. So make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, because this is your 15-minute chance for your daily pause for a cause, for clarity, wellness, grace, and intentional decision-making. Giving yourself grace in this space, because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode, my offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with, and hopefully encourage you to give yourself grace in this space, in this season, with something practical, something grounded, and something we could carry with us. So wherever you're listening from, I want you to turn it up and tune in. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this with someone you care about, and please leave a 5-star rating. Now let's take a breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase at 8. C2TC8, her circle. Let's cut the noise, let's get clear, and let's get ready, set, and go and grow and be great. So again, the title for today's episode, Niceness made us discount our worth, but discernment helps us remember it. I think one of the hardest things many women are confronting right now is realizing that we learned how to survive before we learned how to value ourselves. Because survival teaches women stay agreeable, stay useful, stay accommodating, stay emotionally available, stay quiet enough to be accepted, even when it costs us internally. And eventually, many of us become so focused on proving our value that we stop recognizing it within ourselves. That's what niceness does. Niceness teaches women to negotiate our worth, to over-explain our leadership, to over-prove our intelligence, to over-function in rooms where we were meant to lead. And some women become so accustomed to helping everybody else build their vision that we quietly abandon our own. Not because we lacked purpose or drive, but because conditioning taught us that being needed mattered more than being aligned and purpose-driven. And that's why discernment matters. In practicing discernment, you sometimes don't wake up and say, I am wise. I have a discerning spirit, because sometimes we ignore what our spirit is saying, what our discernment is saying, and what wisdom is speaking. Because sometimes discernment notices what exhaustion has normalized, what peace has been trying to reveal, and where emotional depletion has become mistaken for purpose. And honestly, some women aren't burned out from lack of ambition. We're burned out from carrying emotional responsibilities that were never assigned to us. That's why the PPT audit matters so much. That's people, that's places, and things. Because our nervous system responds to who repeatedly has access to us, what environments continually require us to shrink, and what habits disconnect us from ourselves. And some people benefit from our self-doubt. Some people benefit from environments where they reward overfunctioning. And some spaces only celebrate women when they remain small enough to control. And eventually, discernment begins asking, why am I constantly negotiating my worth in spaces that were never designed to honor it? Which brings me to key number 1. Niceness often discounts our needs. Kindness recenters them. Because many women were conditioned to over-negotiate their need to be valuable, over-explain why we deserve to lead instead of suppressing ourselves, over-function as the assistant when we've been called to be a CEO, and overgive while neglecting to stand firmly in our value, our worth, our creativity, and the truth that our price is not negotiable, all while quietly abandoning ourselves in the process. And kindness reminds us our needs matter too. Our leadership matters too. Our peace matters too. Our voice matters too. And our value should not require constant negotiation to be honored. Which brings me to key number 2. Discernment notices and invites us to open the door to what peace has been trying to reveal. Discernment is not punishment. Discernment is awareness. It notices patterns, exhaustion, emotional depletion, imbalance, environments that dishonor our nervous system. And some women stay emotionally stuck because niceness keeps trying to preserve what peace is trying to expose. And that's why SAC matters. Spontaneous, assertive communication. That is what SAC stands for. SAC. Learning how to communicate honestly, clearly, and respectfully without apologizing for our needs, our boundaries, or our leadership in real time, spontaneously, in the moment. Not thinking about it like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say it, but saying it in the moment with kindness. Because emotionally mature women stop auditioning for spaces they were already designed and assigned to lead. Which brings me to key number 3. Healing is honoring and remembering our worth without needing permission. Healing is not becoming someone new. It's remembering who we are and who we were before survival taught us to shrink, before rejection made you question yourself, before emotional exhaustion became normal for us, before self abandonment started feeling like love or people putting a label on it. And some of us are entering a season where God is not asking you to become harder. He's asking you to become honest. Honest about what drains you, what dishonors you, what keeps you negotiating your worth, and what your spirit has already outgrown. Because your worth was never supposed to be earned through exhaustion. It wasn't. So before you go, I just want to say thank you from the bottom and top of my heart. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. And thank you for continuing to give yourself grace in this space and this season with me today. And I am so genuinely thankful you chose to step into this cozy digital home with me. So before you head out, let's quickly revisit our 3 keys and 1 reflection question from today's episode. Key number 1, niceness often discounts our needs. Kindness recenters them. Key number 2, discernment notices and invites us to open the door to what peace has been trying to reveal. Key number 3, healing is honoring and remembering our worth without needing permission. And our 1 question to sit with: where in my life have I been discounting my worth in order to preserve connection, approval, or access? So if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, if there's anything that I shared today that pricked your heart or lit a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this podcast with someone you care about, or leave a 5-star rating if you feel led. And please leave a comment so that this is not a monologue, but a dialogue. Or send me a message, because it truly helps the space to grow and reach others who may need it. And before we close, I want to extend a gentle invitation. If you have been listening consistently, reflecting, or feeling called to move beyond just listening into a community connection, a community that is connected and intentional growth, I'd love for you to consider becoming a C2TC8 Her Circle founding member. This is a foundational community for those who want to build, grow, and heal together intentionally, honestly, and in rhythm. And founding members help shape what this podcast space becomes. And I'd be honored to have you be a part of that beginning. And remember, 30 new episodes launch on the 15th of every month for 15 days with twice daily episodes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central. So thank you for joining me here twice a day for our daily 15-minute microdose for macro living. Let's close with 1 breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. Central. I am Madison Samone Chase, and this is C2TC8. Her Circle. You're ready, set to go and grow. Let's get clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours. Until tomorrow.